I've listened to Motionless in White's brand new album and it's got me thinking. I've noticed how many fans have described the album as slightly disappointing, and I simply don't understand them at all. Perhaps Motionless in White did claim that this would be their heaviest album yet, which is ultimately quite debatable, but what is certainly undisputable is that the album is wonderful as it stands. Perhaps the atmosphere in the music isn't as dark as it used to be in the albums Creatures and Infamous, but Muse certainly still got it and rocking it. Chris has retained his bold delivery style from the Infamous era, and he still holds the crown as the king of blast. Yeah, that's undoubtful. The band's riffs and guitars have become heavier, and whilst the songs have become more melodic. The thing about Muse is that they write incredibly catchy choruses and create beautiful melodies whilst remaining heavy. We can see the band's evolution, their long journey, and how their sound has changed over the time, but Muse remain true to themselves, to what they do and how they do it. And for that, they deserve a place in our hearts. Some may think that Motionless in White have veered heavily into EDM, but I'd like to point out that this is by no means uncharted territory for them, as they've experimented with electronic music before. Tracks such as Final Dictum, which is hugely underrated, Sick from the Melt, and Cyber Hacks. I'd also like to add that the official deluxe edition of Infamous features remixes by such kings of electronic music as Cellbiller, Christ, and the latter have built their entire career on EDM with metal elements. Among these remixes are Underdog by Ricky Hart, by the way, America by Cellbiller, Cinematic by Christ, and we should also include Creatures in here by Cellbiller. It was included in the Creatures album, yeah. Throughout the album there's a fun synth sound from the 90s to 2000s that keeps popping up, which constantly takes me back to my youth playing Mortal Kombat, and reminds me of Reptile Thing. Brilliant opener to the album, heavy and full of spirit. It has a thoughts and prayers vibe in the verse structure and a very welcome bonus in the form of flashback to the metallic snare echoes in the breakdown of both tracks. Plus a slight hint of the Sign of Life breakdown in the second part of the chorus. I reckon this continues the code thread from their previous album with a few nods to Meltdown. Top-notch riffs, a massive breakdown with a hot step, just like in Meltdown, but this one melts your face even more.
I'd rather fucking die! If you ever leave.
A beautiful ballad. Muse are famous for their ballad. They are the band's calling card along with Chris's Blood, because they always hit you right. This is the legendary collaboration featuring Corey Taylor, and I know that Slipknot had a huge influence on Muse sound. Seeing them collaborate is like witnessing the perfect culmination of Muse's musical journey. The opening of the song has a distinct eyeless vibe, a heavy groovy track with the lyrical references to soft and breakdown that strongly evokes the atmosphere of Slaughterhouse.
You want my cold heart, come and take my brutality.
Both versions pretty cool. Brilliant high-quality tracks with a catchy chorus. I was particularly pleased by the lead guitars in the intro riff, which had a slight headache vibe, as well as the second verse, which channels the energy of that bold and powerful style found in many tracks from Infamous. Crystal got it. I'm telling you, let him cook. I can say for certain that Mew enjoyed working with Illenium, and there's a nice touch of nothing ever out in the breakdown here. As a fan of the tight intertwining of dubstep and metalcore, I was really surprised by that. I'm so glad to hear. I don't know if that was intentional, but in this song the line "darkness dissipates, so kill what you create" seems to me like a reference to a line from the album The Horror, which is about to turn 20 next year. But you can't kill what you did not create from the song. Just when you thought we couldn't get any more emo, we go and pull a stuff like this. What an amazing title. But that's an insanely cool reference if that's what they intended. The riffs in the main theme are as heavy as Neutron Star, and fuck anyone who says Mew aren't heavy enough. But the funniest thing about this track is the contrast. After all, alongside such heavy riffs, we've got ethereal verses that send you to heaven, with an incredibly catchy chorus. And the breakdown. How many unexpected twists do you want in this track? Yes, answered Motionless in White.
Away from the light, you know you won't forget your first kill. So let the blood spill.
That was fun. We're like, we've watched enough on this album, let's have a dance. That's my top of the list. I reckon the whole internet has already said everything there is to say about this track. There's practically nothing left to add. But it was such a pleasure to hear classic metalcore and those unexpectedly cool blast beats opening the track. There are loads of references in this song, and I see it as a continuation of the thread from track 570.
If you mean it, you will make it. If you mean it, you'll make it.
And overall it seemed really personal to the band because it expressed their whole journey as a band, their whole career, their past 20 years. Yes, so there are lots of references to the previous albums, to the previous tracks. Yeah, Mew can still deliver that raw, deep emotion that makes you burst into tears while simultaneously hyping you up to do 200 reps in the gym. A very unexpected track. The references to Divine Infection were quite amusing. The main brief is just pure stank face. On such fast-paced album, this track was a real surprise and gave me a slight whiff of the energy from Bring Me the Horizon's Limousine, if you know, you know. But with a more daring edge. I'm looking forward to collaboration with Bring Me the Horizon on the next album. Dark things, pop, EDM, let's go! The track feels like a continuation of the werewolf thread with references to creatures in the lyrics. Here I'd like to give a shout out to Zach Cervini and Julian Garguillo. I'm sorry if I don't pronounce that right, for mixing this track in particular and the whole album, because the work they've done is absolutely bloody brilliant, masterful. It's like a cross between Sick from the Melt, Cyberhex and something else, but it's turned out absolutely brilliant. And the breakdown will send us straight back to the club. That mosh pit at future gigs will be amusing and the most entertaining you've ever seen, I promise you that. This one goes straight to my heart. Motionless and White always delight us with their colors. Too Fast, Straggler, My Friend of Misery, Somebody Told Me, Chirp Suey, Under Kiss, and now we've got Sunglasses at Night.
My sunglasses at night, so I can.
When I saw the title of this song on the track list of what was then their upcoming album, I just thought, wow, I was like, it can't be that this is a cover of that very song. But I can say with certainty that Motionless and White's version of this song is now my absolute favorite. And they made this song even more dynamic. It clearly reminds me of something, but I can't quite put my finger on it. Let me know in the comments. Either way, the song has a really good message and I'd recommend everyone check out the lyrics. It's a really successful and interesting blend of old school and modern sounds mixed with synth pop. I'm pleased to see with every album we're hearing the voices of Ricky, Justin, Ryan alongside with Chris's, and they blend in perfectly. What did I personally miss? Well, Motionless and White have lost that spooky vibe they used to carry out through all their albums. Every album used to feature a heavy spooky track. Creatures, Scissorhands, Infamous, Black the Mask, Reincarnate, Break the Cycle, Dead as Fuck, Final Dictum, Graveyard Shift, Not My Type, The Ladder. These guys, saved title track, and Dead Ahead, of course, that was cherry on top. We also had the single Creatures X dedicated to Creatures Anniversary, which was just amazing, yeah. Scoring the End of the World, BFBTG Part 2, Corpse Nation, Cause of Death, could be included into that list. But regarding decades, well, it's complicated, because I can't name any tracks that would actually fit that list. First Bite? Maybe, but it's really hard. Motionless and White are still really heavy, they are catchy, they are futuristic, but they aren't spooky anymore. That's the only thing that I'm missing from the album, as spookiness seemed to me as an essential part of the band's sound, and they've stuck to that concept for a long time, right up until now. So we'll see if they return to it on the next album, but let's enjoy the one that we've got this year and blast it at full volume, day and night. Thank you for watching.
Go!